All right, welcome back to another edition of Camps Chats on a Farm. I want to start out this week by saying thank you. Thank you to each and every one of you out there that is really encouraging me. You guys send me the messages, you're watching the videos, you're sharing the videos. I think that this is a joint effort, definitely. This is a community project. I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please continue to share, like, go to my YouTube page and sign up, subscribe. Let's keep this thing going. I love it. All right, so we're going to start into this week's discussion topic. Last week we left off with the idea of embracing our failures, being able to grow from each time that we fail. And this week I want to kind of extend on that, and where I'm going now is square one. So when we think about the idea of square one, we think about the genesis of something, the beginning of whatever that journey will become, right? So normally on a lot of square ones, it is met with enthusiasm and excitement when we first start that journey, whether it be school or a new job or even a workout program. You know, January 1st is square one for a lot of people. Year after year after year, we set these goals and we go after them and we're excited. But once we get into that goal, well, sometimes some of that thrill and excitement starts to fade. And then worse yet, sometimes we get down the road a little ways and we find ourselves back at square one, back at the beginning, back at the drawing board. And that's really difficult for some people to think about picking up the pieces and moving forward from square one. But I want to tell you something. Square one is important. You need to be comfortable there. You need to find a way to embrace that moment, because you know when you end up back at square one, it is an opportunity to do it better, to do it stronger, to grow and to develop from our experiences. And that's critical. I want to kind of put this into a spin and let's think about a video game. There are probably people out there, I don't know them, and it's never been me, that can play a video game the very first time and complete everything and never have to hit reset once. But I don't know those people. Most people have to go through the video game several times over, lots and lots of times before they get it right and finish the video game. When you look at life that way, it makes a lot of sense we got to go back to square one. I mean, it's really tough to do stuff perfect. So when we find ourselves feeling a little bit down or we feel like that we've missed out because we did not accomplish that goal, even if it was several times over, really got to remind ourselves that we're growing each time and we're going to get back to that point quicker from our experiences. One of my favorite quotes is, a pessimist will always see the difficulty in every opportunity, while an optimist will see the opportunity in every difficulty. And you really have to train your mind that way. You have to think about seeing the opportunities. Every time something happens, if it doesn't go your way, you've got to think about what opportunities were just afforded you for that. And that mindset, that approach is going to be so important. I want to use a couple of examples and we'll wrap this week real quick. Sir James Dyson, the Dyson vacuum cleaner guy. I'm sure everybody knows about Dyson, right? Very successful. At this point in time, roughly his company's worth around $4.5 billion. $4.5 billion. A person could look at that and just think about, wow, he's a great inventor. Look at that. Little would most people know, Jim Dyson, as he is known, Sir James Dyson, had to go back to the drawing board, square one, 5,126 times. 5,126 times. You heard that correctly. He had to go back to the drawing board for his prototype. It took him 15 years. That's called persistence, my friends. You have to persevere. You have to constantly go back to it. If it's what you want, if it's your goal, if it's your dream, if it's your desire, let it be worth it. Let it be worth going back to the drawing board. Let it be worth going back to square one and grow from there. What about if Dyson never would have done that? We wouldn't have the cool vacuum cleaner with the roller ball on it, right? 5,126 times. I'm going to finish with this quote. It's I love this quote so much because it really tells the story of perseverance. And it goes, a river cuts through a rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence. Think about how many rocks you can cut through if you just stay persistent. Just stay persistent. Keep fighting. I love it. Next week, please come back here next week. Motivational Mondays. We're about to grow this thing bigger, baby. We're about to grow it bigger. Come back here next Monday. Got another great one. This is going to go out to all the seniors out there that are graduating. Anybody can use this stuff, but I'm going to funnel it straight to the seniors. It's about adjustments, My God, do we need adjustments sometimes. Hey, keep doing what you're doing, baby. Keep coming back here and watching some Camps Chats on the Farm. Let's grow this thing. Coach Camp in the house. Motivation Mondays. Hashtag we doing it. Y'all be good to each other.